San Francisco 911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
Yeah, you guys need to send somebody. Somebody just got shot.
San Francisco 911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
Yeah, I'm driving past the Safeway over on, is it Webster and Gary, and I heard a whole bunch of what sounded like gunshots.
Two guys walked up to me, pulled the slide on the gun, put it up to my hip, she did just like this. He said, give me your money. And I said, man, I don't have much money, but I'll give you what I got.
In a Northern, a priority at 216 just occurred. Gary and Webster inside the Safeway parking lot. Number 14 Edward to respond.
He snatched my bracelet, my wrist. And in the meantime, his partner saw a glimmer of my chain. It wasn't out or nothing, but he saw a glimmer of my chain, and he snatched it. And when he snatched it down like that, the gun went off.
Be advised, shots fired in the area of the parking lot at the location. Another unit to respond with Edward 14 Edward, Edward 13 Edward, Edward 5 Edward.
Edward 13 Edward 98.
Copy, Edward 13 Edward 98.
The lady that I was with went in the restaurant before me, and she saw them doing this and called the police. And while she was on the phone calling the police, when the gun went off, she hollered on the phone and said, oh, they shot him.
Fuck.
10-4 units, be advised, just received multiple calls stating now at the corner of Fillmore and Eddy. Someone is down, shots fired again, suspect running from the area, victim down.
Edward 13 Edward 97, we're setting up a perimeter.
Edward 13, Edward is 97, setting the perimeter. What's your 1020 for the perimeter?
We're one of us over at Eddy and Fillmore.
Eddy and Fillmore, copy.
We came to San Francisco in 1960 from Marin City, where my father was working for Hamilton Air Force Base at the time. I've been a lot of places, did a lot of things, but it all ended up coming back to San Francisco to try and be a part of the community, to try to help some of these young people survive. Through the Bryant Mortuary, they are our sponsor. We have a program through Midnight Basketball, the health component, dealing with gun violence, and we know gun violence is a mental health issue. So we have a program called Scared Stiff that we educate not only the young people but the community on the effects of gun violence in our community, on our community, because a lot of people don't understand that when you kill somebody, it affects everybody. Okay, we brought the kids to Marcus Bookstore because we wanted them to, first of all, know what's in the community. Second of all, let them know that there's a lot of history in the Western Addition in the Fillmore area. Marcus Bookstore has been here almost 50 years with doing their books, all their programs, and this is a good place to have young people to come and visit. They get a chance to read and see pictures of people they've heard about but never have seen. We want to educate the young people.
The Scared Stiff program that we're working with now, it's an intervention program. We're trying to reach the children to help them and guide them along in life before they get caught up with drugs or anything that will take them off the right course. We kind of sit them down and we bring out the paperwork and we let them plan funerals. And along with our assistant, we show them how to plan a funeral. And then also we do mock funerals with them with all of the obituaries in a casket that we use. We lay the obituaries in the casket. All of the black young men from the Western Addition and all over in the Bay Area that has been murdered or killed, in the streets. And so we line them up in the casket. And at the end of the mock funeral, we have an actual viewing. We open that casket just as we are doing a real funeral. And we pass the children around and let them look. And as they go by, every one of them see somebody in that casket that they know.
The notion of how it is when a son or daughter is murdered and you have to go identify the body at the morgue, and going in the morgue for the first time and recognizing where you are and what you're about to see revealed before your eyes, and when you see it, it's a matter of disbelief, and so you leave. And for me, it was a sunny day when I visited the morgue, but I can tell you when I came outside after the visit and saw my son lying on the slab, it was a hazy day. I can't even remember getting from the morgue back to the house, and I can't remember talking to folks that I actually have known for years and years who I saw in between coming from the morgue and actually getting home.
My son was a victim of a homicide in 2003. And through all of this, I felt like, even through this tragedy, that I needed to give something back. We need to do something different with our kids. So we started Sister to Sister. And Sister to Sister is a mentorship program. And we try to teach the girls some self-esteem and to have goals like college, and not be about the videos, and that shouldn't be their goal in life. So we've gone on field trips, we've done diabetes walk, we did a community walk where we walked through the Western Addition community and visited different locations just so they could be familiar with what's going on in their community. We're just here to guide our girls and just try to have a better community and try to let these kids know that there is someone here for them, there is someone who cares.
The only thing about Sister to Sister program, there's a very positive program for the girls. It kind of brings us all together, and it's not only just me mentoring a child, and I'm also being mentored by the older and the elder people in the program. They're my mentors, so it's kind of like a stair-step mentorship.
I want to be a beacon light for them. I want to be a mentor to them, to let them know that we're not here to harm them. We're here to help them.
Larry, we met when he founded the Scared Stiff, and I found myself very much supporting it physically, mentally, and what have you, man. I take my hat off to him. He's very honest and sincere about it, man. Very, very sincere. So everything possibly that I could do, I do. That brother is one of the most, how can I say, loving, caring brother that I've seen in this community, period. And that's what's needed, someone to care about these kids. And he demonstrates that to the max. And that's all I can say.
Over the years, Midnight Basketball have helped a lot of young people. They've kept a lot of young people out of trouble because of the components. The components are health, education, employment, case management, cultural enrichment, and the recreation piece, which is the Midnight Basketball League itself. So I tell people all the time, Midnight Basketball is not just a basketball league. It deals with the whole person. We have a good working relationship with the police department. And what we do in San Francisco, we have been able to get people to do it all over the nation. If people would go on our website and look at it, they will see where we have programs. The website is amblp.com. amblp.com. You'll see what we're still trying to do.